Welcome to the Entrepreneurial CPA Show, where we take a deep dive into the knowledge needed to break free of the box and become the world-changing entrepreneur we know you want to be. As always, we got to hit you up hard with the theoretical and practical skills you need to punch above your weight. I'm Garrett, keeping you grounded in that practical knowledge, and I'm here with Mr. Theoretical, a man that's a doctor of just about everything. We wouldn't be here, though, without our amazing sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by Prolera, reminding you that CPE doesn't have to be a grind, nor should it. Check out their learning management solution. Hayne Rock Solutions, they provide the roadmap to advisory services. We've got a whole show with them, a look into the future. You should check that out. And finally, AccountingFly. Whether you're a firm looking for help in hiring or a job candidate looking for the next job, they can help you out. Now, in today's show, we're going to pivot. Last time we talked about the death of the accountant, kind of a sad affair. Today, though, Dr. Sean, let's talk about the future of accounting and what the future of accounting looks like and why we should be excited for it.
And Garrett, really sort of the forward-looking, nature of accounting and finance and the future of accounting, I believe, is bright. Right, because listen, the core role that everybody in accounting fills is to help business owners and other management people understand how their business is actually doing, right, now and going forward, right? And so then that need, that core driver of what CPAs do is not going away. So the only pieces of accounting and of finance and of banking that are changing are the tools that we use to actually get there, right? Automation, RPA, blockchain, all the rest, all of that is really helping us to then focus less on those compliance and that data verification and those bank recs that really aren't adding any actual value, right, to us or to our clients. I don't believe that a client has ever been excited to have their tax return done or their audit done, right? I mean, but the real value that anybody working in accounting is able to add is to help explain and to narrate how the company is doing through how the income statement looks or the balance sheet looks or the cash flows look. And then even more importantly, to then harness that information and to then forecast and to help those business owners, managers, and entrepreneurs do better going forward, right? Based on that information that is currently at hand. And so this whole talk around the automation and the angst, right, on the side of auditors and of other folks working in accounting, I believe is too much, right? So automation is going to change the processes and the work that folks working in accounting do, but it is going to change it for the better.
Yeah, well said. I mean, technology is such a major piece. And whether you want to see how do I become more of an entrepreneurial CPA or how do I become an entrepreneurial CPA firm, we at the Entrepreneurial CPA channel here in C3, we kind of talk about this. It's three main focuses. You just talked about technology. Technology is one, vision, and people. Vision, the big part of vision is, what's your value proposition? What's the purpose of your firm? What do you offer to your clients? What do you offer to your people? And if you're really going to evolve your firm into the true future of accounting, past the death by robots, you've got to have a very clear vision for your firm that's communicated to your customers, employees, and all the people that interact with the organization. They need to understand why you do what you do and why you're different. And that's something we hear time and time again. Most firms can't verbalize that. If I work with a bunch of partners or a CPA firm or at a conference, rarely do I come across a firm that really truly can verbalize why they exist and what they do. So you got to really focus on the vision and then also people. People is the most important part. The people like ourselves are going to be there long after AI and automation come. We're just going to do different things. So how are you focusing on giving your people the skills they need to not just be a technician and do the compliance work, but to be an advisor and a consultant that helps them go forward? That's what we talk a lot about, the entrepreneurial skills you need to be a successful consultant. And that's one of the most things we've had a great success talking about and helped a lot of firms with in 2018. So Dr. Sean, I know technology is kind of your baby, but overall, when we look at the future of accounting, what's your outlook? Put your meteorologist doctor hat on. What's your outlook on the future of accounting?
I think the outlook is positive. And I do think that, almost contrary to some of the current conversation, that there are going to be more opportunities and more work to do, actually, for folks working in accounting, right? Because, and I know that everybody who's ever worked a quarter end or a month end or a audit or a tax season knows that a big chunk of the time spent doing that work is on confirmations and on finding data and on checking that data, and that only a small percentage, really, of all those hours spent at work is actually spent on analyzing that information and then trying to get insights out of that information and then actually telling the end users on those insights, right? And sort of the forecast I have is that instead of really being just a compliance-based group or a backward-looking sort of record as to what happens, now really our focus has to shift, right, towards going forward into the future, right? Because in the future is what actually matters to a business, right? Whether it's the price of a stock, whether it's the cash flows of a company, or whether it's the growth of that company's top line or bottom line, people are interested in what's going to happen going forward. Everyone knows what already happened, right? All of our compliance and our work in that area is not really adding new information. But if we're able to automate that stuff and to augment that stuff and those processes, we then have more time and actually ability to add some value going forward, which is higher margin and higher value.
Well said. I don't think I can add anything to that. That was pretty much perfect from our chief predictor of meteorology here. But I will kind of say this one piece. I'll summarize that for you, though.
Sure.
You hit the nail on the head. Our clients we've worked with over the years, we do audits for them, we do tax returns, reviews, compilations, those type of things, because they have to have them done. And the clients don't get that excited for us. But once we can pivot to the forward-looking things like you just talked about, being an advisor to them, helping them grow their business, the clients really care. And I like to say the client's never going to give you a hug because you finished their tax return. But if you can help them grow their business, the clients will give you a hug and will be tremendously grateful for it. It's something you got to think about. Like we talked about with the death of the accountant, there's a meteor coming for us. And you can wait till it comes and crushes you and leads to the death of your firm and you as an accountant, or you can move out of the way and move into the future of accounting we just talked about. Like we said, Dr. Sean's walking already because the future looks tremendously bright if you want to get out of the way and you move. And if you're looking for some help doing that, reach out to us. There's a link below for our Entrepreneurial CPA Group program to help drive this change with you and with your firm. Check it out. Take a step to move out of the way of the upcoming meteor and avoid the death of the accountant. Don't forget, you're watching this on YouTube. Click the link up there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we challenge you today to take action to change the world and invest in yourself.